Alrighty guys, what is up? Welcome back to Cookie Clicker with Lone Debater 7, and today we are going to be taking a look at how to do the third Ascendency in Cookie Clicker. Now, last time we finished up with the second Ascendency, covered all the perks that you need to pick up. We ascended at 33,000 or 34,000, somewhere in that neighborhood, something like that. So make sure that you've at least spent that many heavenly chips and gotten those upgrades so your tree matches what mine looked like when we finished off the second Ascendency in the last episode. There should be a link to the playlist with all of the Cookie Clicker episodes for this playthrough coming up at some point here in the next minute of the video. With that being said, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, that way you will, and hit the bell icon, that way you'll be notified when I upload content, as I do consistently upload videos, that way you have something to watch. With that being said, it only took us a little bit of time to actually get the 1.3 million legacy that we've got up here, which is quite a bit. So let's see, this Ascension we baked 2.526 nonillion cookies, and yeah, so it took us about 4 hours 44 minutes of playtime on this Ascendancy to do that. So that is not that long. Primarily that's because I'm playing with the macro, and I got lucky with a couple of 7 times cookie per second production multiplier golden cookie bonuses stacked with a 777 clicking frenzy golden cookie bonus. I got both of those at the same time, like 2 or 3 times in this Ascension, so like that's why I was able to do this so fast. But not terrible. With Season Switcher, I started out with the Christmas season because that gives you the final clause down here. We went through and got all variants of the Santa stages. We also got all the reindeer and all the Santa gifts for the Christmas season. I started working on the Easter season. So like this is the bonus that I'm talking about. So 777 clicking frenzy with the 7 times cookie per second production bonus. It just is insane. You stack so much so fast. Like, it's worth typically $500,000 to 600,000 when you get these stacked, or at least that's what it's worth for me at this point in the game. So we'll almost get to 1.8 million maybe on the Ascendancy. Yeah, so we'll be ascending with just under 1.8 million Ascendancy points or heavenly chips, because we got those 2 golden cookie bonuses at the same time. Now I am, once this base one finishes up, so let's just take a look at our stats. We'll finish up with that while this runs its course. So these are all the upgrades we have. We had 34,318 prestige prior to this Ascension, so we're gonna take that up almost to 2 million when we're on run number 4, I believe we're on, right? Or it'll be working towards number 4. We unlocked nonillion fingers, so we'll be able to upgrade that. We also got up to the kitten experts, so we'll be able to unlock that as our permanent upgrades. Outside of that, these are our achievements. We've got 236 out of 518, so we're almost halfway through all the achievements. We're on vanilla milk, or rank 10, so that's pretty cool. Alright, let's look. So none of these upgrades are going to matter, so it's more important to look and see if we can get achievements. So let's do that real quick. So I know that these 2 we're not going to be able to get, these 2 we're not going to be able to get. Probably won't get that one, probably won't get that one, or these 2. So basically what I do is I saw the buildings that are pretty, like, spot on, and then I try to max out the ones that are close. So like we might be able to do the temples here and the alchemy labs. So let's go ahead and switch back to buy. We'll go to 10 because we do have a few non-alien cookies in the bank, right? So we got the temples, that's great. We got the alchemy labs, that's great. We got the JavaScript consoles, wow. Couldn't quite get the fractal engines, which I kind of figured. We did get the antimatter condensers though, so let's go ahead and sell everything. And we'll just ascend with a bunch of cookies. Cool. Awesome, but we got an extra 4 or 5 achievements from those golden cookies right there at the end, so we can go through. I'm just going to buy a few of these upgrades because I believe this makes them cheaper the next time through. I believe that's something that I got off of an Ascendancy perk. But anyway, We're ascending with 1.779521 million cookies, or prestige levels, or heavenly chips, whatever you want to call it. Yes, we really want to ascend. Goodbye, special cookie. You have been exploded. Now we're going to go through and take a look at our prestige. So first thing I kind of want to look at, I want to get the items that are going to be relatively cheap. So like 1,000 heavenly chips is nothing on 1.78 scale. So I want to get golden switch. I want to get decisive fate because 8k is not that much either. A sound for golden cookies, I don't care about that. Buildings are 1%, upgrades are 1%. Residual luck, while the switch is on, you gain an additional 10% per golden cookie upgrade owned. Oh, that's actually pretty strong. Alright. That might be worth the 100k. Let's go ahead and get these. So star spawn, eggs drop 10% more often. Golden cookies appear 2% more often during Easter. Star trade. Golden cookies appear 5% more often during the business day. Spooky cookies drop 10% more often. Golden cookies appear 2% more often during Halloween. So that's Star Terror, Star Love. Heart cookies are 50% stronger. So that'll make Valentine's season pretty strong. Okay. Star Snow, Christmas cookies drop 5% more often. Okay, that's fine. We can't quite afford keepsakes, 1 billion, so that might be our next target, ascend. But I do want to get Halo gloves for the 55k. All upgrades are 1% cheaper per 100 cursors. Ooh, 500,000. We can't afford, we could buy that. Let's look at these other ones. So we can't afford this. That's all right. We could, wrinklers we're not really doing. See the tiers, that doesn't really matter. This kitten angels makes sense because you gain basically an extra kittens upgrade, so that's pretty strong. We can't afford any of those. Those are 9 billion. We can get these two are fairly cheap, but just under 17k a pop. And that takes us up to 55% and a day and 8 hours of max production while closed. We could go ahead and get the next two for the 100k, and I think I will, because that's not too bad. We'll get Synergies 1. I can't afford Synergies 2 or God and Lucifer, so that's alright. We get 2 days and 16 hours of optimal production because we bought Beelzebub, and we also bought Seraphim, so we have 65% of our total cookies per second in production when the game is closed, so that's pretty good. We can't quite afford Inspired Checklist, and that's alright. Permanent upgrade slot 3 is 3 million, so that's a little ways off. That'll be the next run. But let's go ahead and upgrade our kitten upgrade to Kitten Experts. We're going to upgrade our first one to Non-Million Fingers. So now we got a rainbow hand and a red and white kitten. Fun stuff, fun stuff. And then down here, we can afford some other stuff down here. So let's go ahead and get the residual luck. That's not too expensive. Pet the dragon. Oh, okay. Interesting. 100 billion. I don't know if that actually does anything to gameplay or not, but whatever. Cool. We could get divine discount. Buildings are cheaper. That's worth it. Upgrades are cheaper. That's worth it. Cookie upgrades are 5 times cheaper. Man, we're just shy of being able to afford that. That's a shame. Maybe, well, this was 100k. So yeah, maybe we shouldn't have bought residual luck and we would have been able to afford divine bakeries. But that's alright, we'll get that next time. If we really wanted this upgrade, getting an extra 30,000 heavenly chips to do that would not be that difficult. So it might be recommended to ascend at 1.8, or like 1.85. Yeah, I think 1.85 prestige level would give you enough so you could afford divine bakeries as well. So that's all right. We're not going to buy that because we can't. This we can't afford. We could go ahead. I guess we'll go ahead and buy the unholy bait just so we get the wrinkler upgrade started. Because eventually we can scale our wrinklers strong enough, and it does connect into this side of our synergies tree, and it will make doing the Grandma Apocalypse worth it, even if you pledge out of it. So like you can pay a fixed amount on the Grandma Apocalypse and buy out. But anyway, we'll cover that in a different episode. But there you have it. This is what our Ascendency tree kind of looks like now. So it's a bit messy. That's why I'm going off to the side here, but it's right over here. This is what we've got. So this time around, we upgraded to Kitten Experts in our permanent upgrade slot 2, Nonalian Fingers in our permanent upgrade slot 1. We bought Residual Luck, Golden Switch, Lasting Fortune, Decisive Fate, Divine Discount, Divine Sales, Star Spawn, Star Trade, Star Terror, Star Love, and Star Snow. We bought Halo Gloves, and we bought Unholy Bait. Then we bought Synergies Volume 1, we bought Kitten Angels, we bought Cherubim, we bought Seraphim, we bought Asmodeus and Beelzebub, and that's it. So that's what we did this time around. We spent a lot of tokens. We still have 300,000 in the bank. So like I said, we could ascend again if we wanted to do it quickly to get Divine Bakeries, which might be worth considering because cookie upgrades 5 times cheaper is actually worth quite a bit. But not a big deal. We have 300 banked up. So next Ascendancy, since we've upgraded all of this and we get, you know, basically we'll get a 1700, almost 1800 times bonus to our base cookie per second production. So we were sitting around like 2 septillion, I think. Anyway, I think we're going to end up producing somewhere in the octillion range in cookies per second when it's all said and done. But there you have it. That's the third Ascendancy. We're going to go ahead and reincarnate, and we're going to go ahead and start out. So there we get Obliterate, Negative Void, and Reincarnated. We got some more achieves, fun stuff. Let's go ahead and buy some of this stuff. We'll get some cursors, some grandmas, and some farms, some mines, some factories, and start buying upgrades. Boom. Look at this. Woo. So much fun. All right. Yeah, this is basically the same for every start of an Ascendancy. Like, this is basically what you do. You buy a bunch of buildings, then you cycle back. You buy a bunch of upgrades, then you cycle back and buy more buildings. And eventually, like, you can be clicking the entire time as far as, like, with your mouse is concerned. And, like, not have to wait to purchase anything. So, like, we've insta-bought prisms now. We've insta-bought up to prisms this run, which is farther than our last run. We were only able to insta-buy without needing to stop for a while, up to like portals or alchemy labs even. So that's actually quite good. We'll just sell those. But this is basically what we're gonna do. I'm gonna buy up. I know I can get this up to 200. Oops. And we're about to get really OP in just a second when I go in and switch to buying upgrades, which we'll do in just a moment. Alright, let's switch and buy upgrades because we got a ton of them. As we do this, just watch our cookie per second. We're at 140. We just jumped to 1.6 quint from 1 quad, right? Okay, so that's pretty cool. We're at 1433. Okay, cool. Let's buy some fractal engines and chance makers now. And honestly, what I should have done, and I'm a fool not to have done it, is I should have held off on buying excess of these beyond 100 until I sacrifice to the dragon. But that's okay. Easy fix. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. We'll be able to buy the 100 back fairly easily, I think. I'm kind of tempted to try out the fractal engine dragon bonus, just because it sounds interesting. It's basically a 10% combination of all the other bonuses put together. So we'll go ahead and sacrifice all this stuff. Pretty easy peasy. Boom. Okay. Then we'll go down and buy 100 of all this stuff. Cool. Buy some more upgrades. There we go. But yeah, this is basically what you do at the Ascendency. So I hope that makes sense, guys. Let me know down in the comments if this was helpful for you or not. And let me know if you have suggestions on what you would like to see specifically to try to improve it for you or what have you. But anyway, not a big deal. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. I do have a bunch of gaming content all across a variety of different types of games. So if you're interested in gaming tutorial videos similar to this, be sure to check out the rest of my page and subscribe to the channel, because I do upload consistently. So, you know, there will be things for you to watch if that's what you're after. Anyway, guys, this has been Lone Debater 7, and until next time, we will see ya.